100 of the greatest science fiction movies, man. It's me, your boy C, the host of most of the things right here on the Paprika Network, man. And we're talking about science fiction movies, man. We're just keeping this train right on a rolling. 100 of what I think are the best science fiction movies as ranked by me from 100 to 1 with one podcast a day for the first 100 days of the year. Man, we're just trying to get you in that mindset, man. We had to keep pushing this thing back because Doom kept getting pushed back. But don't worry, we'll get there when we get there. Yesterday, we talked about number 53 on the list, which was Iron Giant. If you haven't checked it out, man, Brad Bird's coming out party. Most people know him from Incredibles. This is the Iron Giant's movie that got him the foot in the door to do Incredibles. And of course, he's had an incredible directing career ever since. I guess the less said about Tomorrowland, the better. But go ahead and check out Iron Giant. If you haven't, check out yesterday's podcast. If you haven't, today we're talking about number 52 on our list. And that is Prometheus. Prometheus finally makes his long-awaited debut here. Let's get into it, man. The search for our beginning could lead to our end. I'll give that tagline a B-. A team of explorers discover a clue to the origins of mankind on Earth, leading them on a journey to the darkest corners of the universe. There, they must fight a terrifying battle to save the future of the human race. Not a situation I'd fancy myself in. Finally, Prometheus rears its ugly head. Listen, I don't give a fuck what y'all have to say about this. Prometheus is dope. All right? It is my second most watched movie in theaters in 2012. Behind the Avengers, there's so much to love, I think, about this movie. And of course, there's the obvious letdown that some people had about it, not directly dovetailing into Alien. And okay, fine. I'll give that to you. That's a valid gripe. That's on Ridley Scott and what was 20th Century Fox. They hit us with the stick and carrot and definitely made us believe that this would be a direct tie to Alien, when it is Alien adjacent, let's call it. There's not a whole lot of ties going on here. But what we got instead is this weird, pensive look at the relationship between a being and its creator, and the ambition to meet the thing that created you. And of course, the ongoing relationship between man and AI. People love Michael Fassbender as Magneto. I love him as Magneto, but I think Prometheus, for me, is far and away my favorite Michael Fassbender performance. It kind of makes me wish they'd remake Lawrence of Arabia because he'd be perfect in the Peter O'Toole role, but that would mean they'd have to remake Lawrence of Arabia. And there's international laws against shit like that. I love all the performances here. Idris Elba and his mostly damn near nameless bridge crew. We only know is like the French guy and the Asian fellow. Charlize Theron is on top of her game as Vickers. She's always so great at playing like those emotionally cold characters. And, she wonders why nobody never matches with her on dating apps. The stuff with the engineers I find fascinating. The whole movie overall, I think, is amazing. And it's one that I've revisited often in the 10 years since it was released. That story with Peter Wayland and all that is definitely the worst bits in the movie. And I think you can cut out everything going on with him, and this film would be just fine. I know a lot of people like to make fun of that climax where, the ship is coming down on Shaw and Vickers and they're running out of the way, the worst possible direction to try to get out of it. Yeah, that's pretty dumb, but that's just one scene, so I'll give them that. Speaking of Shaw, man, Noomi Rapace. Noomi Cheekbones Rapace. Her and Cillian Murphy need to have a cheekbones off. Things can cut glass and diamonds. She is the jam in this flick. She gave herself an alien abortion. Let the machine staple her shit back together, hopped out of the med bay, and dipped out at a full sprint. I was in the theater dying when we got to that part, and it makes me laugh every time. Ripley wishes she could be that gangster. Your girl never could. Not as gangster as Numi Rapace in this movie. Prometheus is a cinematography, visuals wise, is gorgeous. It's fun. It's kind of like, most of these people there just to get clapped out in various ways by some sort of alien. So you're just kind of waiting for that next kill. I enjoy this movie, man. I think that Logan Marshall Green is in this movie, a complete dickhead. That kind of gets what he deserves as well. A lot of people get what they deserve in this movie, and some don't. But yeah, still a great movie to watch. Still fun, man. This is the Friday night joint, man. Cue it up with your friends and some drinks. Go ahead and check that bad boy out. Prometheus, number 52 on our list. We'll be back in 24 hours, man. Number 51, what's it going to be? I guess we'll find out right here on Pop Rico.